No petitions have been delivered to the Clerk for presentation. Ministers have delivered papers.
Report of the Minister for the Environment on the operation of the Ozone Layer Protection Act 1986 for the period ended 31st December 2015. Vote Justice report on non-departmental appropriation for the year ended 30 June 2016. New Zealand Post Group Statement of Corporate Intent 2016 to 2019. Government response to the report of the Health Committee on the petition of Jodie Anderson on behalf of the Tube Wen New Zealand and 4,161 others.
I present the report of the Controller and Auditor General entitled Auditor General's Auditing Standards 2017. Those papers are published under the authority of the House. A large number of Select Committee reports have been delivered for presentation.
Reports of the Commerce Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of Cordia Group Limited, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Commission for Financial Capability, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Real Estate Agents Authority, and the 2015-16 Annual Review of Transpower New Zealand Limited. Reports of the Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade and the 2015-16 Annual Review of the New Zealand Antarctic Institute. Reports of the Government Administration Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of Drug-Free Sport New Zealand, the 2015-16 Annual Review of Heritage New Zealand, 2015-16 Annual Review of Sport and Recreation New Zealand, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the New Zealand Film Commission and the 2015-16 Annual Review of the State Services Commission. Reports of the Health Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Lakes District Health Board, the Tairāwhiti District Health Board, the Taranaki District Health Board and the Whanganui District Health Board. The 2015-16 Annual Review of the Canterbury District Health Board, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Health and Disability Commissioner, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Northern District Health Board, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Pharmaceutical Management Agency and the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Waikato District Health Board. Reports of the Justice and Electoral Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Abortion Supervisory Committee, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Electoral Commission, 2015-16 Annual Review of the Privacy Commissioner. Reports of the Law and Order Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Independent Police Conduct Authority, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the New Zealand Police and the petition of Diane Howell. Reports of the Local Government and Environment Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Environment Protection Authority and the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment. Reports of the Māori Affairs Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of Te Reo Whakapuaki Irirangi, the Māori Broadcasting Funding Agency, and the 2015-16 Annual Review of Te Taura Whiri I Te Reo Māori, the Māori Language Commission. Reports of the Officers of Parliament Committee on the alterations to the 2016-17 appropriations for Vote Audit, Vote Ombudsman and Vote Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment, and the 2017-18 draft budgets for the Office of the Controller and Auditor General, the Office of the Ombudsman and the Office of the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment, and on the inquiry into the appointment of a Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment. Reports of the Primary Production Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of Assure Quality Limited, the 2015-16 Annual Review of Landcorp Farming Limited, the 2015-16 Annual Review of Quotable Value New Zealand Limited, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the New Zealand Walking Access Commission. Reports of the Social Services Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Appropriations within Vote Building and Housing, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Children's Commissioner, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Families Commission, the 2015-16 Annual Review of Housing New Zealand Corporation, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the New Zealand Artificial Limb Service, reports of the Transport and Industrial Relations Committee on the 2015-16 Annual Review of Air New Zealand Limited, the 2015-16 Annual Review of Fairway Resolution Limited, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Accident Compensation Corporation, the 2015-16 Annual Review of Maritime New Zealand, the 2015-16 Annual Review of WorkSafe New Zealand, the 2015-16 Annual Review of the Ministry of Transport and the New Zealand Transport Agency, and the petition of Wayne Banks and Upesh Patel.
The report on the inquiry is set down for consideration. No bills have been introduced. The House comes to questions for oral answer. Question number 1.